Hello, welcome back to the Boardgames 4K YouTube channel, and this is a channel where we give you reviews, playthroughs, unboxings. We generally talk a lot of bollocks about tabletop gaming in general, and in this video we're going to be talking about a very simple dexterity game. We're going to be talking about Volta, and yes, it doesn't come in any kind of commercial box. It comes in a cardboard box, and in this game you will be attempting to flick your steed across an arena, attempting to knock your opponent's steed out of the arena whilst trying to prevent your marble from leaving your steed or trying to force your opponent's rider off of their steed. So remember, if you're new here, then please consider subscribing to this channel. Leave a comment in that section down below, and we'll see you after this.
Boardgames 4K.
So, Volta, how'd you play this game? So what you got in Volta, it can be played with 2, 3 or 4 players. What you're going to do, you're going to grab a steed and you're going to put one of the marbles into the little recess on your steed, and you'll notice that there's 2 different size recesses. You look at it, you've got a larger recess, and if you turn your steed over, you've got a smaller recess, right? So what you do, you put your marble in one of the recesses, and so will your opponent. And what you do, you will then flick your steed to either knock your opponent out of the arena, like sort of like sumo type thing, or trying to knock the marble that's in the recess of your opponent's steed out of the little recess, right? And they'll be trying to do the same to you. There's also a 3 or 4 player variant. You get 4 steeds and you'll be trying to do the same thing. There's a couple of extra rules where if you're the lone player from your team and you're facing 2 opponents and they knock you off, then they only get 1 point. And if you knock them off, you get 2 points, right? So you keep doing this, you will keep playing the game until somebody has reached 10 points and has a clear lead of 2, like in sort of tennis sort of thing. And then the player who gets to 10 points or has a clear lead of 2 will be the winner of Volta. So what do we like about Volta? So the first thing that we really like about this game is that it's so quick and it's so simple. You can teach this game to anybody. I mean, my 3-year-old daughter understands this game. You know what I mean? You can teach it to anybody in literally 10 seconds, right? And another good thing is that it could last up to 1 second. You could literally flick your steed and then you could knock the marble out of your opponent, or you could knock the marble out of your steed, right? So you never know how long the game is going to be. So that's really, really great, right? So the second thing we really like about Volta is the fact that the designer had the insight to offer a 4-player and 3-player variant. I mean, granted, if you go on Board Game Geek and you look at the 3-player rules, the designer or Hilco bloke who we got this game from says that the 3-player variant isn't that great. And I think he says it's sort of rushed or something like that. So but the 4-player game actually works really well. It is quite chaotic if you play it on a 12-inch surface. What we did, we got the hold of a Lazy Susan, so we didn't have to ship the actual arena thing from Germany. We got a hold of a 12-inch Lazy Susan, and the 4-player game gets really chaotic, really, really tense, because of the cramped nature of the game on a 12-inch arena. So the fact that there is a 2, 3 and 4-player variant, absolutely fantastic. So the third thing that we really like about Volta is that in a 4-player game, you can sort of bluff your way into victory, right? Because what you could do, you can make your player think that you're going to knock somebody off, say, over this side. But really what you're trying to do, you're trying to force your opponent over to the edge of the arena so that your teammate can come in from round the back and block them, so that there's no way that they can actually force you back into the more safe. Yeah, that's absolutely fantastic. Is that the 4-player game offers more tactical options. So the final thing that we really like about Volta is that it comes with baked-in difficulty levels. Not only have you got the different sized recesses on your steed, but our copy came with some bog standard marbles that you can put in. It also came with some small ball bearings that make the game that little bit more difficult, because not only are they heavier to prevent your rider from dismounting, right, when you don't want them to. So yeah, that's really fantastic. So what don't we like about Volta? So the first thing that we don't like about this game is the fact that it doesn't have a publisher. We had to get this from some guy in Germany, a very, very nice bloke who went out of his way to make sure we got hold of this game because we were very interested. We just happened across it. Obviously, dexterity games are one of our favourite genres, and we contacted the guy who was talking about this game on a Board Game Geek listing. We asked him if it's still available, and he went way out of his way to make sure we got hold of a copy, and we're very, very grateful for him to do that. But the fact this game hasn't been picked up by a major publisher is a bit weird because it's really, really good. You know, I know that's like a sort of a positive negative, if you know what I mean. Bizarre, isn't it? So the second thing that we don't like about Volta is that we had a few issues with the 4-player game where my kids, especially my younger kids, if they sort of turn away from the playing area, they can't remember which of their riders belonged to them if they were playing with the ball bearings. So what we had to do, we had to get hold of some marker pens, or you could use stickers. What you need to do really, if you've got young kids, you're going to have to sort of put some coloured stickers on the steeds just so that kids know which colour they are. And obviously there's different coloured marbles, so you can have red, green, yellow, whatever. So it's a minor quibble, but you know, like my 3-year-old and my 5-year-old sort of forgot which of the steeds actually belonged to them. So to summarise, is Volta worth playing today and in the future? So we are going to say yes. I mean, we are a little bit biased because we are suckers for dexterity games, but this is now one of our favourite dexterity games that we own. It's not quite up there with games like Carom, Crokinole and all that sort of thing, but the fact that it's really, really quick and simple to teach, and if me and my kids want to have a really quick punch-up on the dining room table, then we can whack this out, chuck it on the Lazy Susan, and away we go. And there's moments in this game where you are staring defeat in the face and you manage to pull back and whack both of your opponents out of the arena, and it's those moments that make this game really great. So we really, really do recommend Volta. Very, very difficult to get hold of this one, but it's still one of our favourite dexterity games, and we can't really understand why this one has not been picked up by a major publisher. So fingers crossed for the designer of this one. Now we're going to give Volta 5 out of 5. It's a fantastic dexterity game for people of all ages, and there you go, that's Volta. So remember, if you're new here, then please consider subscribing to this channel. Leave a comment in that section down below. We'll see you next time.
Yeah.